Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
And guess what? It's just me. Dom may be joining us later. He's got some activities going on with his children, so we'll see. But you got me solo for at least a part of the show, if not the whole show. And we got some stuff going on. There'll be some fun. Gonna hint at something that may happen a little later. But how's everybody doing tonight? And want to just double check everything sound coming through okay, volume good. Made some adjustments today and want to make sure that the mic is sounding okay because I'm running a fan because it's blazing hot in Denver and it's really hot down in my basement office, and so I've got a limiter jacked up so you can't hear the fan whirring, hopefully. And I'm looking at the chat. I'm trying to look at the chat. I'm wearing glasses tonight to see if I could read it a little better. And the answer is no, not really. Let's see. So I will start saying hi to people in the chat, and give me a 1 if it's sounding okay, or a 5x5 or something, or flip me a bird, whatever. But the dog paw is here, and I see the guitar travails continue, so we can chat about that in a few minutes. I see Camila from down under. Good eye. Good to see you. Kurt Kasprick is back from the Grumpy Cup, and it sounds like he had some friggin' adventures. I saw some pictures, and they were doing things. Dwight, the Hitman Bailey, is here. Good to see you, Dwight, from Flowood, Mississippi. Who else has joined us? I saw Frank Terzo has stopped in a little earlier. So, Frank, good to see you. Our favorite Canadian, except for then the other favorite Canadians when they show up, DJ and Gary Hubbs. And who else do we have here tonight? Scrolling up, come out and say hi, folks. I'm going to steal Hippie's lines as much as possible tonight because, like Hippie, I'm going to be solo. So we'll have stuff to chat about. So, all right, coming through good? All right, very good. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. All right. Well, wow. What a week, right? Stuff has been happening. Holy guacamole. Who all caught the interview with Kathy Ogram today on Jade's channel? That was super cool, and I didn't catch all of it because I was driving, so I was in and out a little bit, depending on traffic. But a very cool interview. Got to learn a lot about her. Basically, a military musician for 20 plus years, and found the community by way of Mark Wade. So now it's 7 degrees of Mark Wade. Everybody's got a connection with Mark somehow, but Kathy expressed the story where, she'd been a professional clarinetist with both the military, and then now she's a professor teaching music at someplace in Virginia, and knew Mark because Mark's business is he repairs woodwinds and orchestra instruments. So she knew Mark through that as a business person, and didn't know he had this secret rock star life. And I guess they got to be friends and got it talking, and Mark exposed himself in the best way musically possible. And Kathy said, how cool, and just came over to the community and was warmly welcomed, as we tend to do, and the rest is history. But played some really cool pieces today. If you haven't checked out that interview, you're going to learn a lot. I learned a lot. I thought it was very cool. Like I always say about Jade's interview, it's so good to learn more about the musicians in our community and where they came from and what they're doing. I learned a lot from the Mark Wade interview. That was fascinating. So, and this was another one right up there. I see DJ Big Red is up there. Hopefully he's not, I don't know what time they've dropped the puck, but hopefully you're not crying yet. But I guess it's back at home, so maybe the oil will do a lot better, or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be down like the Mavericks 3-zip and wondering where they go from here. But we'll see. But yeah, that Jade's thing was good, and then of course the big event that we all cared about this last weekend, Metal Fest, and I gotta say, G-May and Hippie were great together. I mean, they had a good routine going, and of course, as usual, things didn't go exactly according to script. Some people got confused on the time. I believe one artist just didn't show up for whatever reason. May have been two, but hey, they tap danced and they got back on track, and the show was killer. I was able to catch a lot of it, and I've watched the replay now. But I was out of town, which is why I didn't play Metal Fest, and we'll talk about that subject maybe a little bit later tonight. But yeah, I was unable to physically attend and play at Metal Fest, but I enjoyed everybody who did play. And man, the performances were super killer good. I mean, they started off strong, and everybody brought it. And there was some drama, some fun stuff in the chat. Not bad, but just it was interesting to sit on the sidelines and eat some popcorn and go, "Wow, that's happening," while people were playing. And certain performances I gotta call out. Jade was unbelievable. Man, Jade brought it like nobody's business. And as we know, Jade is a consummate show person. She's as good as there is. And it was just spectacular. I was enthralled the entire time. I'll call out Gary Hubbs. Gary Hubbs was amazing. And, we watch Hubbs pretty much every Friday night, so we know what to expect to an extent. But he brought it, he raised his game just that bit much more, and it was fantastic. And, pro that he is, had a little technical boo-boo there, had a little issue. And I don't know if he's here yet, but my suspicion is, because you're using GarageBand, there's sometimes the monitors will shut you down. And it's just something built into the program. It's a pain in the ass. I've run into it too, and now I know what it is and I know how to deal with it. But I suspect that's what happened. But he reset, no problem, got back up and running, and off he went. And Pendar, amazing performance. So I loved what she brought. Cool energy. I mean, who does Britney Spears at a metal thing that she did? And it was a killer. It was just fun. So I see Mike from Rhodey's Jam Cave. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling okay, gotten some rest, and Sam's getting better. I'm going to start highlighting some comments, and then I can actually read them too. So the glasses are not worth watching at the moment. Well, that tells me what I need to know. I'm sorry, DJ. The Panthers are on a mission, and hey, if it had been my boys playing, if they had gotten past Dallas, and I don't know that it would have been any better. The Panthers seem like they are loaded for bear and want to take care of business. What happened to that Chris guy? Who the hell knows? I was east. We had some family birthday party, and it was a command performance out on the prairie there at the farm. So went out there and had a 3-year-old's birthday party, and it was a good time and everything. But I was, 250 miles away, so didn't have my gear and couldn't play. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. I didn't really, because I didn't pick up on that. Huh, says DJ. But DJ knows things, so. Dun, dun, dun. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Okay, DJ, always asking people. I haven't forgotten that one song that you sent me, DJ. Just haven't got it to the point where I like it and where I'm ready to perform it. But he sent me a really cool song. It's an older song, and I don't think it's very well known, but it's cool. And see, you don't. How often does this happen anymore? You just don't get what you pay for. It's really, really aggravating. So I feel you, and so hopefully they get it resolved because this sounds like a really cool guitar, and it would be nice if you actually got to play it. Wouldn't that be fun? True grit, yeah. Yeah, well, when it gets resolved and everything, then the tragedy will come full circle and you can laugh and it'll all be good. But yeah, right now it's just an odyssey. And not a particularly good Iliad odyssey either. Well, hang around, DJ, because in fact, in probably about 30 minutes, I am going to go ahead and play my metal set. And I'm set up and ready to rock. And so about 30 minutes, we'll do our usual chat and everything. And our guest artist tonight is the Rise of Dark Leela. So we'll play some Dark Leela. And I will set up, like I said, about 30 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and play my set and maybe even a bonus song or two. And you can see what I would have done had I been there. And maybe I'll have technical issues and it'll be terrible. We're fitting to find out, as they say. So Kurt Kasprick, this is the other adventure. He was playing Metal Fest while he was at an event they call the Grumpy Cup. And it's a bunch of veterans. They get together, they raise some money, and they do barbecue, and they all get stoned. And so sounds like a good time. And they did crafts. They had laser cut. They had a jar of fucks to give, and they were little wooden laser cut out things that said fuck, and they painted them. And it just sounds like they just had a super good time there. It sounds like the drive back was not as good because Kurt was pretty tired after the show and all of that stuff. And yeah, the long ass drive because it was in, I believe you said Connecticut. Is that right? Someplace on the East Coast. So a pretty good haul from the Detroit area where he lives. So, and then there's the shoulder. Yeah, and it's great getting old, isn't it? All the people with issues. I will say, Don had a checkup here yesterday, Wednesday, and Dom is good. So he sent me a text and goes, "Hey, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, but you're going to have me around for at least another year." I went, "Okay, well, that's cool." Yeah, he goes for an annual checkup just to make sure that things are good as a cancer survivor, and things are good. So that was good news. And he was, so Massachusetts, okay. So I was, Greenfield, that's Western Mass, if I remember right. But I haven't been there for a little while, so I might be misremembering. Connect a what? Connect a dot. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, getting old is fantastic. The thing that's bad about it is like I bruised the hell out of my heel 2 days ago. I was just walking around. Maybe I stepped on a rock, funny gardening. I don't know, but yeah, my heel's been bruised for a couple days, and no good reason for it. Just shit happens, right? So, say hi to Ray Pierce. Hey, Ray, how's it going? He's in Maine. Up there. That is a big-ass moth. Oh, I lied. It's a big-ass beetle. Yeah. It's that time of year where the critters want to come in the house. And I don't like them in the house. Okay. Now it's two beetles. Okay. So we've taken care of that bit of business. And we talked about the Grumpy Cup a little bit, talked about Metal Fest, was fantastic. Friday night, which I was able to do, I don't know if you guys saw, in preparation for Metal Fest, Luree always has a warm-up hangout show. The purpose of the show is pretty simple, to keep Luree awake so she can moderate for Gary's show on Friday nights, because West Coast, East Coast, huge time difference, 4 hours. 4 hours. And if you watch the show, you get that joke. But that's why the show, and so she tries to theme them and make them fun, and it was hair metal night. And so he had some people, Skid Marks came to the show. CC DeVille's sister, E.E. DeVille, came to the show, which was nice. We had Twisted Sister and some clown named Hairspray Henderson from this metal band. Dexter and what was it? Hairspray Henderson and the Spandexters, I think was the band. And, they just go through this whole thing. And so that's a lot of fun. If you don't go to Luree's show before Hub's show, you ought to do that, because she usually has something fun going on. 2 weeks ago, it was the Brady Bunch. And let me pull this clip up, because I got to share this. Oh my goodness. She just throws you under the bus for things. And this was her throwing me under the bus for a show 2 weeks ago. And I'm bouncing around like a moron. Let me find that screen. Come on. Where did it go? Well, this is fascinating. Fascinating television. YouTube entertainment. Did I shut it accidentally like a moron? Yeah, it looks like I shut it. So, I'll have to find that clip on one of the breaks. So, that was a great long story that went nowhere, and I apologize. Yeah, what a dummy. But basically, I'll find the clip. She cast me as Carol Brady, and I had to play along with that. So I CGI'd a dress on, and I was Carol Brady for the show. Never let it be said that I'm not a good sport and I don't have a sense of humor. So, hey, there's Johnny Wiggs. Good. I was waiting to brag on you until you showed up. But Wiggs was another guy that came to Metal Fest. And, metal's not maybe in everyone's wheelhouse that performed. And that's what was cool, is people, went out of their comfort zone. Wiggs had a great set. I mean, he brought it. Just super. He chose great songs from its top to bottom. Michael's songs, Mr., Natalie dressed acoustic guitar guy, brought a friggin' electric guitar and went for it. It was fun. So I was liking that, man. So yes, DJ is going, I've got to buy a cowboy hat, believe it or not. Denver, Colorado, I don't own a cowboy hat. I haven't for a long time. I probably had one in the 80s, but I'm going to go try and find a hat that fits my big old head. And so we're going to do country music night on Glorious Friday, which should be a yeehaw good time. So swing your partner, do-say-do. Yep, we are all over on my channel. I will throw the link in the chat here. Dom is, if he joins us, it's going to be later. So we're just going ahead and throwing everybody on my chat tonight. So come on down. And then that way you can see everybody's comments, because I can't highlight everybody's comments. Yeah, the Brady Bunch show was kind of fun. And I should find that clip. Gonna look real quick while I'm chatting away. But what was cool about that one is Leni Perez is a very talented musician. I think you guys all know that. But she has got a killer good sense of humor. And she went above and beyond for this show. She did the whole and worked it out with Luree, where remember the episode where they throw the football and, you know, it breaks her nose and she can't go to the prom and you know, all that silliness. Well, so Luree threw the football at the screen and Leni reacted to it, and then her screen went black. And then she came back 10 minutes later with a giant nose on. And she had gone off stage, put Play-Doh or silly putty or some such thing, and put makeup on it and came on and went the rest of the show with this giant swollen nose. I mean, it was comedy gold. It was so friggin' funny. And I gotta say, it's fun hanging out with people with a sense of humor because, goodness gracious, the world could use a sense of humor. Okay, I found the thing. I'm going to quick share this. And this is the promo that Luree did for her show, The Moshi Bunch.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
So yeah, it was. Luree has too much free time, I think, but it was fun, and I enjoy. I try and be there whenever I can on Friday nights because it's just kind of a fun hang, and it's silly, and I like silly. I'm down with silly. Life is too real sometimes, and so I'm all down for being fun. Like this guy. As an adult, that is beyond me. Sorry, Chris. Well, okay. I'm not an adult. I never grew up. I'm 62 years old, and I'm probably got the mental age of a 14-year-old, and I hope I don't ever change, frankly. I see my buddy Hugh Caldwell. Good to see you, Hugh. How are you? Hugh, again, a guy with a great sense of humor. Showed up to the Brady Bunch thing in his Peter wig. Amazing. And then came to the heavy metal show as Mr. Huge. And that was his guitar collection, I'm sure, is what he was referring to. But Hugh is a funny guy. Hugh is a good sport. And so he's a fun guy to have on Fridays. And there's Wendy from Southern Grown and Sewn. How are you, Wendy? Good to see you. And our friend E. Urban, who I hope has brought his grade A #1 sense of humor with him tonight, because we love having E. Urban here for that. Yeah, see, Amazon lied. Shocker. All those big companies lie. Welcome to the world, right? Luree is a sweetheart. I wouldn't go that far, but she's fun to hang out with. I look happy. I don't know. I guess I'm happy. I'm not sad, not depressed, not. I'd be happier if my buddy Dom was here, but like we intimated a couple weeks ago, Dom's schedule is going to be a little challenging this summer, so he's going to be in and out, and he was planning to be here tonight, and then kind of some last minute. So when I know Dom's not going to be here, you'll start seeing some guest hosts, and I have some guest co-hosts lined up, and you will have fun. You know these people, you like these people, and they will be great to bounce people off. But tonight was a little bit short notice, and because I'm going to go ahead and play my metal set, it's just as well. So that's what's happening tonight. So. All right. Well, that's something. That youthful piss and vinegar. God bless you. All right. Yes, Pendar will be one. I told her she's my Joan Rivers. She's a go-to, but somebody else volunteered to come on, which may surprise you guys. And this person is a ton of fun, not in a physical sense. They're relatively thin, but they're fun. And again, it was just a little too short notice to get them on tonight. So. Just looking, trying to read the chat and everything. Like I said, I'm in this middle ground where when I do the show, I'm just far enough back from the screen that the readers that I normally wear for close-up work don't quite work, but they're not really quite. I can't wear distance glasses either. I'm kind of in no man's land, and I apologize. So I'm going to, be looking at the chat like that a little bit off and on. But let's take our first featured artist video, and you guys all know Luree, Leela, who's been in the community for a long time, had a channel. YouTube decided that she didn't have a channel, and so she's rebuilt her channel. She has a show that on I believe it's Mondays and Wednesdays where she does some things during the day. Works with apps, some other things, and just thoroughly entertaining, a great artist. I wish I had, some clips of her from the Metal Fest, because, she's just her, not Metal Fest. Help me, Kirk. The one before that, not Blues Fest. Funk Fest. Gee whiz. Find a word, Lane. Yeah, Funk Fest. She was awesome on Funk Fest. And, she's a consummate. She plays with a band. She's awesome and writes really interesting original music. And so I'm going to try and highlight mostly her original music tonight. And this is one that I really like. This is one of her originals, and it's called The Painted Porch.
If you live your life by the media, you'll never know who you really are. that's overriding the old code. The neuroplastic is the magic of our mind. Seek to train myself to just refrain from trying to change what's out of my control.
All right. There's song number 1 from Leela, The Painted Porch. And we'll be hearing some more as we go through tonight. I thought I'd start with that one and share. That's one of my favorites. She's got a number of songs that I really like, and that's we don't feature a lot of music, although there'll be a little bit more tonight. But we don't feature a lot of music on this show, as you guys know. But we play artists that we know or that we like their music and want to share a little bit. Many of you in the chat have been our featured artists, and we keep bringing people on to do that. So, getting back to, Wendy had mentioned and Camila was nice enough to put it in the chat. G-May has already announced that he's going to do a country fest, and that's, I think the dates are August 4th. Is that right? I think it's the first Saturday in August, so whatever that is, 4th or 2nd. And people are already getting signed up for it. It should be a hoot and a holler. And so Lori's thing was just a little bit of a kind of a play off that, a little bit of a warm up. But that is happening in August. So if you are a country-minded live performer, get a hold of G-May and get signed up. We'd like to have as many artists as possible, and he's great going all day. So, and I know Johnny will be there, and Southern Zone and Grown, and others. I noticed on the there's nothing worse than computer issues. I had some with this computer 2 weeks ago. And this is one of those Macs that has the partition drive where the operating system is all on one partition of the drive and all the data is on another partition of the drive. Never the twain shall meet. Well, the operating system twice has gone bad on me, and I've never lost any data, but it's a pain in the ass, and you still got to wipe the drive and reformat it. And the moral of this story, boys and girls, is I have several 5 terabyte auxiliary drives, and everything gets backed up to those. So if you're doing music, if you've got any computer stuff that you care about, guys, get auxiliary hard drives. They're cheap enough anymore, and make sure you back up all your stuff, because there ain't nothing worse than going, well, shit, that stuff is gone and it ain't coming back. And I'm very fortunate that I have a magician as a Mac tech here in Denver. And anybody in the Denver area, let me know. I will give you his name. He is amazing, and he has saved my bacon multiple times over the years. I've been in desktop publishing since the early 80s, and he has fixed a lot of my... And Macs are pretty bulletproof as a rule, but like any device like that, they do go bad occasionally, and when they do, you need somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. And my man Rick does. So here's a little plug. I don't know that anybody, but right there, Rick at Macintosh iTech Incorporated here in Denver. All right. So there's my... You sleep code. I bet you do. Yeah, I don't code. I call Rick. I drive the machine. I don't know what goes on under the hood particularly. I used to know a lot of that back in the early days, but you get to a point you just don't keep up with it, and that's where I'm at. So now we're talking amps. I will be using my Vox amp, the line out for tonight in about 10-15 minutes. Got a little promo thing to play, and I'll get geared up, and we'll hear my Metal Fest set, good, bad, or indifferent. Here's another guy, Will D. And Will D is not a metal guy. I think that's safe to say. And he had a great set on Metal Fest. It was really, really brilliant. I was totally, because, I play with these guys fairly frequently on G-Maze on the Saturday night open mic. So I know them and know, what they like to do and what their style is and everything. And some of the artists that performed, I thought, well, this will be interesting. Let's see what they do. And Will D was one of those guys, not surprised because he's a great musician, but it was really cool to see him do metal, but do it in his own style and just do what he does. And it was very cool. And so I really enjoyed his set. If you guys haven't watched all of Metal Fest, go over to G-Maze and watch the whole thing, start to finish. Kick up on an evening and check it out. It's really, really cool. Now, I'm not too kind. I'm just kind enough. Well, and that was the other one, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Henderson, I can't remember. He came on under an assumed name, and it was kind of fun. His whole set was fun for a lot of different reasons. But, he's on bass, and he brought a guitar and played, and so that was cool. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it was good time over on Metal Fest. G-Maze shows are always a good time. Hippie's been tearing it up here lately. Hippie continues to find new artists that are really, really top notch. And this Herman Lacerve fella, there's been several other new ones. Greg Hutto brought a guy on the other day that was a buddy of his, and super good stuff. So I'm looking forward to hanging with the Hippie tomorrow night. Boom. And Hippie was great. I mean, you can't have a metal show without Hippie, right? And Hippie and G-May, they were playing off each other. And the other thing, Jeff is, mostly low key, does his show, boom, does that. He was about as jacked up as I remember seeing him. He was having a great time on Metal Fest, and he was digging the artists. And again, some of the people he didn't know, and a couple of them he did and brought over, and a little melding. Gary calls them the tribes. Little melding of the tribes there, which is a good thing. So, some people got exposed to Hippie that maybe didn't know Hippie, and Hippie got exposed to some G-May people that maybe he didn't know, and so the community got just a little bit bigger, and that's always a good thing. All right. There you go. Yeah, go. Just drop by. I'm sure Kurt will give you his address. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my battery died right as Hubs was getting rolled. That's when he was having little technical hiccups, and then my battery died. So that's why maybe I didn't get that it wasn't the technical was actually a planned out bit. I didn't grasp that because I was running on fumes by that point, or my phone was. I could have gone for another couple hours. I tend to be up late. Hey, Tony Howie, how you doing? Good to see Tony. Tony posted a video today about him working on some new stuff, so that was cool, Tony. You came from California. Yes, indeed. Weed. You weed people. Okay, I actually would highlight that, Ray. That was almost funny and not offensive. So, yay you. So, indeed. What else do we so we've talked about Luree's show tomorrow night. Hippie, of course, will be going. Starts at 2 o'clock Eastern time, and goes. I will be debuting a new song tomorrow night on Hippie's show, so you can check that out. And I could play it tonight, but I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna. It's for Hippie, so that will be tomorrow night. And he always has a couple of premieres on his show. I think Jason Lemansky has one going on. No, it probably has gone off already. Actually, I think it was 8:30 my time that it did. But I've always liked Jason, and he's done a little work with Kathy Ogram, and so those guys are fun. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. Almost, but didn't. Good stuff. All right, well, let me go to, there's another song of Leela's that I really like. Dun, 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 I can find it. And I've got to dig on her channel a little bit, because she's done some stuff with Coldacre, who I've not seen in the chat yet tonight. But their stuff is the Chill Zone, and their stuff is really cool too. The little combo of those two guys. But again, I'll dig around on the channel and I'll find a couple more of that. Usually, I've got a little spreadsheet and everything, but I didn't get that accomplished this week, because this week was a little chaotic at work. And so, but I'm going to present the second installment of Leela tonight, and this is a song of hers called Way Too Late.
Way too late to have a choice, to seize the day. Way too late to make a choice to stay.
All right, there we go. Rise of Dark Leela. Good stuff from her. And there's another song of hers that I really, really like, and I'm not finding it right now because I gotta go. I'm going in the wrong spot. I know that's the fact. But we'll get to it a little later tonight. But that was cool. And again, I like hanging out on a show whenever I can. It's during the day when I work, and because I work out of my house, a lot of times I can go to the shows, but sometimes I can't. And of late, I've had a fairly bad streak of having business going on when her show's on. I haven't been able to watch much lately, but I like catching her show when I can. Again, she's funny, and she has a giggle that is contagious as all get out. So good stuff there. And I just saw Kurt's comment about 8 volunteers not showing up. Volunteers suck because they're volunteers and they just have a whatever attitude. And but anybody who's ever run an event knows, man, you really need those people. I had mentioned this last year. I had a big event that I ran here in Denver in September, and I had some flippin' fabulous volunteers. Thank goodness. And, they just do it and donate their time because they're good guys and good gals. And, but man, you got to have them. And when they don't show up or flake out on you, that makes it hard on everybody. So I feel bad for you, Kurt. I feel your pain, bro. Indeed. And thank you, Camila, for slinging links and putting that up for everybody. So if you're not subscribed to Leela, I don't know. I would suggest you do so because she just does a lot of fun stuff over there. And what else did I want to talk about tonight? I will talk a bit about my upcoming birthday. I think if you've been following along, I put myself on a whiskey hiatus for, it's going on 2 months now. And just because, no particular reason other than just, I was watching what I was eating a little bit more, and I just thought I won't have these calories on Friday night. And then it became, it'll be fun to just not drink until my birthday, which is at the end of this month on the 24th. So that's what I've been doing. But I ordered and received the other day, and talked about it, I think, on the last show, some Irish moonshine, Puchin, which triple distilled because they're Irish and they know how to do things. So it should be really smooth. I've never had it before. So it should be very smooth and now it's only 80 proof. So it's not like it's going to be stupid time or anything. But I think it'll be fun to do for my birthday. And I'm sure family and friends will show up, and in years past, I've come away with 7 or 8 bottles of whiskey, which keeps me pretty well supplied for, the rest up until Christmas, basically. But I will be smoking some brisket, probably smoke some ribs, maybe smoked chicken. I don't know. Sometimes I smoke chicken, sometimes not. I will definitely do a pork butt. I will definitely do pulled pork. And then we'll have the usual burgers and brats and sword and portobellos for my vegetarian friends and anybody that shows up that has a meat allergy for some reason. But lots of meat. Dog paw he'd be good. He'd be enjoying himself here because there'd be plenty of meat for my birthday. And the weather is supposed to be spectacular. 85 degrees, 1% chance of rain. I've had birthdays in the past where we had to put up tarps and everything. And I've got a big wraparound deck in my backyard. And I can put tarps on it, poles and everything to keep the rain off people. But it's much more pleasant when that stuff's not up. And because my house faces southwest, so the backyard faces northeast, and so it's shaded, it's a little cooler, it's a good place to have a party. And I'm really looking forward to, I kind of get through the year based on either trips or, special things and so For years, I threw a Memorial Day barbecue, but here in Denver, the chances of getting really crappy weather and snow are really good. And after packing ridiculous amounts of people in my modest house, because I've got a great outdoor space, but my house is not huge, and having to have everybody pick up all their stuff and jam it into my kitchen and living room and everything for several years in a row, quit doing the Memorial Day barbecues. And so now just the first big one that I do is on my birthday. And then if we're in town, we'll do one over the 4th of July. We won't be this year. We'll be out of town up at my dad's place in Montana. And then, usually do at least one towards the end of summer. And that's just fun for me. I like entertaining, like cooking for people, and so that's fun for me. And I've not used my smoker here in a couple months now. So looking forward to getting some meat smoked. I know Kurt's a fan. I know Kurt's a smoking guy. Camel Crush. All right. Well, see, now he's still on the Grumpy Cup, and he's less focused on the barbecue and more the other smoking that was going on. So there's nothing wrong with that. Just looking real quick. You're on a few lists, aren't we all? And if you don't think you are, you are. All right, there we go. 4 briskets. All right. 4's not. How many people came to that, Kurt? Briskets. I mean, that's a decent amount of food, but not going to feed hundreds. Establishment crap. My birthday is not establishment crap. I will have you know, my good sir. Some of the other stuff is, but California Jam Day, eh? Yeah, well, it was a big trip and big event. And when you look forward to that, this big one that I was mentioning that I did, it's a national thing, and people come literally from all over the world. And I run it every about 5 years. So the next one I'll be running, I'll be 67, so I'll be a little bit older, and I get jacked up. Obviously, people engage with me and energize me, and it was great. Man, I was flying high when I did it not 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. Man, I was flying high for a week afterwards, and then kind of this time I faded a little quicker. I was only flying high for a couple days, and then I was tired because I was the main man this time. I was the first lieutenant on the one 6 years ago, but this one I was the commander in chief, and it's heavy is the head that wears the crown. And we had like elevators that didn't work in the hotel for 6 hours, and it's just other kind of bullshit, totally beyond your control, but you got to deal with it. So that's always fun. Nope. They did not, Dogpaw. And that's, yeah, the people that are touting here recently the most about resist are the ones that are totally in bed with the establishment, which is a head scratcher to me because, I went to business school and everything, but man, I'm not an establishment guy. Not again, I don't particularly talk politics on this show, and I'm not going to start now, but yeah, it is interesting that the people that were yelled the loudest about the don't believe the man in the establishment, they're the establishment now. And, yeah. Pendar, how you doing? Check your email real quick, Pendar. I got I'm going to shoot you something real quick in case you're bored and don't have anything to do tonight. But I got to find you real quick. Okay. And new email. Dun, 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 dun. This is why it's great to have two people, because when one is jacking around doing something behind the scenes, the other one can carry the show. But when you're solo, then it's a lot harder to do. No, that is not the right. Do not send that email, because that's wrong, 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 mister. You dummy. Send the right link. Let's try again. Okay. Ta-da. There we go. So if you kind of got interest in that, and while I'm shooting that off, here's what I'm going to do. I've got a little video thing that I'm going to run, and then I'm going to get set up, and then I'm going to play my Metal Fest set that I was not able to play this last Saturday. So here's a little something for you to keep you entertained for a moment while I grab my axe and do my thing. There we go, Metal Fest, which was fun, but I didn't get to play, but I'm gonna play now. Let me know if guitar is coming through okay. I'm gonna take it that it's cool to go, and I'm gonna do the set that I was gonna do for Metal Fest plus a little bit more. chase misprinted lies. We chase the sands of time. And yet I fight this battle all alone. No one to cry to, no place to call home. Privacy is raped. My sense of self is raped. And yet I find repeating in my head. If I can't be my own, would I feel better dead? I'm a big Judas Priest fan, always have been. And I like those guys from the early days. And here's something they did on one of their early albums. And I just love this treatment of this song. Love be damned, here comes your ghost again. But that's not unusual. It's just that the moon is full and you decided to call. Here I stand, hand on the telephone, knowing that voice I'd known a couple of light years ago, headed straight for a fall. Yeah, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Yeah, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Now you left standing brown leaves all around and snow in your hair. Then we're staring out the window of a crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath losing black clouds, makes it goes in the air. Speaking strictly for me, I could have died then and there. Now you're telling me you're not nostalgic. Well, give me another word for it, 'cause you were so good with words and with keeping things vague. And I could use some of that vagueness now. It's come back too clearly. Yes, I loved you dearly, but if you're offering diamonds and rust, well, I've already paid. Yeah, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Yeah, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Oh, diamonds, diamonds and rust. Judas Priest. Fun stuff from those guys. Like I said, I'm a big fan. Always liked those guys. And then, of course, other people came around later in the 80s that I kind of liked too, and this is one of those groups. Who knows where the cold winds blow? I ask my friends and nobody knows. Who am I to believe in love? Oh, love ain't no stranger. Whoops. I look around and what did I see? Broken-hearted people staring at me, all searching 'cause they still believe. Oh, love ain't no stranger. I was alone, I needed love, so much I sacrificed all I was dreaming of. I found a warning, I'm a friend of pain, but when I read between the lines, it's all the same. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger to love. Can't hold the passion of the soul need. I look for mercy when my heart begins to bleed. And don't get loving, I'm a friend of pain. When I read between the lines, it's all the same. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger to love. Who knows where the cold winds blow? I ask my friends and nobody knows. Who am I to believe in love? Lord have mercy, love ain't no stranger. I was alone, I needed love, so much I sacrificed all I was dreaming of. I know the passion of the soul in need. I look for mercy when my heart begins to bleed. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger to love. Love ain't no stranger, I ain't no stranger. I ain't no stranger. All right. I thought that I would play one of my songs that, and I didn't know that I could play this one live, and I'm still not 100% sure that I can, because it's a heavier song, but let's give it a go. This is called Inside My Mind. You see me out on the street, I'm smiling and
voices I hear, I don't know what to feel. I've been fighting so long, I'm tired. What's it like to be loved and admired? Have you ever felt strange and affection? Given life with just rage and rejection. Walk around in my mind. You tell me what is real. All these voices I hear, I don't know what to feel. Walk around in my mind. I'll tell me what is real. All these voices I hear, madness has its appeal. God, please throw me a line, or else I'm gonna drown. All this weight that I feel, it is pulling me down, down. And I need a line, down. I need a line. Yeah, this is something we were talking about earlier, Dog Paw. Better live with your eyes wide open, all around me refusing to see. They live by wishing and hoping. I gotta tell you, it's no way to be free. You better live with your eyes wide open. Stop believing the lies that you're fed. Get wise to the way things are going. Get the truth into your head. When the truth is a lie, and lies are all you can see, you can't criticize. They don't listen to you or me. Prepare for dark times. Hard fast as are the fathers of lies, convicting thought crimes. Until you while your liberty dies. You better get your eyes wide open. All around me refusing to see. They live by wishing and hoping. I gotta touch, no way to be free. You better live with your eyes wide open. Stop believing the lies that you're fed. Get wise to the way things are going. Get the truth into your head. It's all pantomime to disguise what's going on. When they claim it's the truth, it's nothing but a giant con. Do you really think your government gives a fuck about you? That reality stinks, but conspiracies keep proving that true. What's it gonna take to cry your eyes open? You gotta know this shit ain't real. You hear the same lies over and over. It adds to the freedom that steals. What's it gonna take to pry your eyes open? You gotta know that things ain't real. Hear the same lines over and over. Adds to the freedom it steals. You better get your eyes wide open and stop believing those lies that you're fed. Get wise to the way things are going. Get the truth into your head. Gotta live with your eyes wide open. Gotta live with your eyes wide open. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe those lies. Don't believe the lies. All right. Now, this is the part that I would have had like one more. I think I'm just going to do one more because I worked on a little something. I don't know. Maybe this would be fun to do. I'm going to do two more. And Gary, if you're out there, I hope I don't butcher this too badly, but I love this song. Part of a family, I was born and made. I took what was rightfully mine, and then the shovels moved by my name. I got accustomed to affluence. I got a powerful head. I made my mind out of violence, and then baby's human. Deals are done and they've been made. And I get paid. In a shallow grave. Whoops. They try to get in my business with all my skin in the game. They even tried to stand in my way, and then they fell just the same. And now there's more to the story. I let my guard down, they came. I am botching this song so badly. Oh, I got what was coming to me, and then the candles burned in my name. Deals are done, visions made. And I get paid. Every patience, hey, I dig your shallow grave. Mistakes I've made and all the friends I've made to waste. I think about it done in haste in my shallow grave. I probably should have let that one go. Anyway, I like that song, and it's always one of my favorite Hubs ones, and I just learned it the other day, and man, fuck it, I wanted to play it. But here's the song that I was really going to close with, and thank you for indulging me and let me play this set, because I really was digging it. But like I said, I'm a big Priest fan. Rocking till the dawn, loving till the city about 1 a.m. I was loading, loading. I won't get up to start again. Loading, loading. I come alive in the neon lights. That's when I make my move to right living after midnight. Rocking till the dawn, loving till the morning, and I'm gone, I'm gone. A cream and chrome reflecting steel, loaded, loaded. I gotta take on every deal, loaded, loaded. My pulse is racing, hard to take. This motor's revved up for the race, living after midnight, rocking till the dawn, loving till the morning, and I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm aiming for you. I'm gonna blow ya. My body's calling all night long. The air's electric, sparking power, loading, loading. I'm getting hotter by the hour, loading, loading. I set my sights and then hone in. The joint starts firing up again, living after midnight, rocking till the dawn, loving till the morning. I'm gone, I'm gone. Yeah, living after midnight, rocking till the dawn, loving till the morning. I'm gone, I'm gone, gone, I'm gone, gone. That's it. I'm gone. That was my Metal Fest set. And
Hey,
this guy,
what's up, douchebag?
Donnie. How are you, buddy?
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
doing good. Hey, look
Sounding
who.
good, man.
That's what I would have done had I been there, but I wasn't.
Sounded lovely. Hey, everybody.
Good. Hey, there's the Don Meister. Thank you for
What is
dropping
going
in.
on?
I told everybody you might. I said, and you might not.
I was like this. I finished everything I had to do. So let me stop and say hi.
All
All I
right.
have to do is make waffles in the morning.
Okay. Well, and you're a man up to the task. So how you been, my friend?
Good. Can't complain. I sound really weird. Why do I sound so weird?
It's distorting. It's like you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, no, it just sounds, I don't know. It sounds ridiculous in my headphones.
Huh.
I don't know. Everything's good. So, like I told you, I had my, went in for my 7-year screening this week for, with the cancer doctors, and everything came back good.
Yeah, that's fantastic news. It really
So,
is.
7 years in a row, kicking cancer's ass.
That's good. Yeah, the 5 mark is a big one. 7 is great. You know, you hit 10. Well, I mean, at the 7-year, you're basically a civilian. Your chances are no higher than anybody else's. But
Yeah, basically, that's what he said, yeah. No different than anyone else.
yeah, which is just great fucking news. We
They
don't
should
like
clone me.
cancer.
They should clone me, Camellia.
Well, we've had a good rocking time here tonight. I was
Sounding good, man.
well, hey, thank you. I've completely different setup to do this than I normally use, and I mean, I changed everything. to go for the heavy metal set. And so, I mean, it was family. I love spending time with family, but I was bummed to miss it. And, DJ and Michael and a couple other people were like, hey, maybe you should just play the set you were going to play. And I thought, you know what? I put the work in. Other than Hub's song, I had teased Garrier. Sorry about that. That was better when I practiced it earlier today. But, I figured, what the hell? I'm just do it, and then I can look at in the rearview mirror and get ready for Country Fest. Because yes, Mother Truckers, I'm definitely playing Country Fest, and I'm looking forward to it. Because I know way more country songs than I thought that I knew. I just started putting a set together yesterday, and I went, oh hell, I'm going to have to eliminate a couple songs.
As always, I want to do it, but the summer shows, it's hard.
Yeah.
Hard for the summer shows.
Well, I mean, whatever works for you.
And John Wiggs, it sounded like you started practicing at least the night before.
At least the night before. Oh, you're too nice, Gary. That was, I really liked that song, and I didn't want to disrespect it. But you play, I think, in standard. I play down a half step normally, and my voice is high. So I had to move it up a step and a half just so I could sing it a little better or a little more in my normal range. So, yeah, I was jacking around a lot with it, and I didn't play it very well. So, but it was fun.
I wanna play Country Fest, Wendy. Problem is, the summer shows almost every weekend in the summer, especially when my kids are off from school. We take off to we have a place in Pennsylvania, so I don't bring the rig out there. So we'll see. G-May knows by now. I always say I'm going to do it, and then I don't know until it gets close if we're going away that weekend or not, because no matter how much I want to do it, if it's a free weekend,
right?
I can't say to my whole family, you have to stay home because I want
to play my guitar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where I was at. Kay was like, hey, the birthday party and this weekend, and she says June 8th, and I went, I was going to play Metal Fest. She goes, really? And I said, well, no, I was gonna.
That was an idea,
Well, and again, it wasn't a hard choice. I mean, I love G-May and I love all the people there, but you got to do what you got to do. I will say this, based on, they were scrambling a little bit. I'd put a set together, Dom, and if it happens that you are available that weekend, you'll be able to jump on the bill. And Gary will be glad to have a taxi squad person or two. Because, some people for, whatever reason, but they had two people that either got the time wrong or just didn't show up or whatever. So, it was a little tricky. That said, it went off, and I don't know if you watched the replay yet, but it was.
I watched most of everyone's performance. Yeah, let me keep talking a little bit. Let me shut down and
come back.
My sound and try, because it sounds really friggin' weird in my head.
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit on my end.
It's been so long since I've been on it, and I don't know how anything works anymore. I'll be right back though.
What am I doing?
Let me check it. Let me try.
All right, very good. I did see Lori's Mishmash. I'm going to try and find the hat tomorrow. I didn't have any luck today, but and I need one for Country Fest too, so I got to go out and find a hat. So, damn you, Lori, making me get prepared. See how you are. I did play the Moshi Bunch promo earlier because it was amusing, and like I said, you threw me under the bus as Carol Brady, but I'm a good sport, and it was fun. Yeah, no, you're right. It's something was funky there. It was so. All right, yeah. Now the thing is, I probably can find a cowboy hat fairly easily in Denver, Colorado. I don't know if you can in Boston, Massachusetts.
I don't know if it's any different.
Way better.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da.
Whatever you did, ta-da! Yes, you're a damn genius, Gump. Well, yeah. Have you tried turning it on and off?
That's my only move, man.
It works much of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Yeah, that was, and I will say, Lori, I had the time of my life last week on hair metal thing. Was that was fun for me. I had a good time. I don't know if anybody else had any fun, but I had a great time.
You're like the only one that didn't have to wear a wig.
True. Well, and I told Lori, I tried to get the hairspray and get my hair, like they did in the app. My hair went, bro, are you kidding me? No, that's never going to work. So I went kind of as me in disguise as much as possible. I was like, yeah. Drunk on fruit punch. It was actually unsweetened tea is what it was. My whiskey ban is still in place, even though Hairspray Henderson drank an entire bottle of Jack Daniels on the air and passed out. That was acting. Because I don't really have Bart the Roadie, and I would have had to clean up my own mess. So,
Hey, Mike Carrera. How are
hey,
you?
good to see you, Mike. How are you
What's
doing?
going on, DJ?
There you go. Well, DJ, that kind of was for you and for a couple of the other people there. So hope you enjoyed it. It's fun for me. Hey, I'd practiced. Might as well play, right? Yeah, we've got to buy Manny a wig. Poor Manny. I think he has hair envy. I mean, and they showed old pictures. Manny had a pretty good mane back in the day, but like many of us, it didn't stay. It wasn't a mainstay. See what I did there? All right. Wasn't
Very
that
good. Very clever. Very
hey.
clever, Chris.
All right. So yeah, Manny
I
could
was
use
never a long hair guy. Never.
Well, I alternated. My hair was either really long or really short, never ever in between.
Once, as soon as it touched my neck, I was like, oh, I couldn't take it.
Now my thing is in my face, and like I've got the fan going and everything, and I'm eating some of my hair while I'm singing, and that's not ideal, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. Everybody sing in your head. Genetics took a load off Manny, took a load for free, took a load off Manny.
No, believe it or not, Lori, I was one of the few people that when they went to the barber in basic training, they really didn't cut much off. I never adapted well to long hair. And all my friends hated me for it because, everything else was metal. Long hair creeped me out. And I don't have the time.
Well,
My friend would spend 40 minutes blow drying his hair. I'm like, you're a dude. Let's go. I want to get drunk.
Yeah, well, that's it. I still spend basically no time on my hair but back in the late 70s there, I would cut it short at the start of football training camp, and then I just let it grow. And then by the time football was done and hockey season started, then I had that flow out of the back of the helmet, which was a cool thing to do in the late 70s. You had to have the hair flowing out of your hockey helmet. And then,
Right.
I'd let it grow, and then I'd cut it off for football the next year. I never had a mohawk. I never did. That's one of those things. And that was a big deal when I was a kid. It's the whole, because you had the Daniel Boone TV series, and they had the Mingo, the Indian, right, with the mohawk. And yeah, so a lot of kids had mohawks. I never did it. I don't know why. I just didn't. Did I see Michael Songs in chat?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Hi, Michael Songs. How you doing, buddy? I bragged on him. It was so cool, him in Metal Fest, yanking out the electric guitar and getting after it. I loved it. Loved it.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That's what I think is cool about these festivals, is it allows you to get out of your comfort zone. I really got shamed into playing Funk Fest. I just didn't think that was for me. But I'm so glad I did. I had the time of my life and, allowed me to play stuff different than I normally do. It was fun. And I think people probably took that same opportunity in Metal Fest. I'm slightly more metal than anything else. But
I hear after Country Fest, G-May's doing Gregorian Chant Fest.
I believe that's correct. Oh, yeah. So you and I got to work together on that one.
K-pop fest.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've tried to talk him into doing Breastfest. Come out tonight. But I don't know that he's going to do that.
The only problem with Breastfest is most of the guys would be sure and showing more than the women.
Yeah. Sadly true.
Dirty dancing.
I'm at the time of my life. So true.
That's real all you got to do, Gary. Like Michael was saying, we were talking and he was like, I only have like one song ready. I'm like, Michael, nobody cares really what you play in the end. Just say, this is a song metalheads listen to after their concert or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
Cowboy Hat and Shallow Grave would go well.
I think so. I mean, because it really has a very strong Western,
Yeah.
No
Just
question.
throw a yeehaw in there every once in a
Well,
while.
that's what the lyrics say, which I didn't really do a very good job with, but he does the yodelay yeehaw. It's buried in his mix, and then he's got the scream over the top of it, but it's very cool. Again, I love that song. Just love it. So
Hey, Wendy, what if
there,
you're
in
a
your
person
face.
who's just very uncomfortable in their comfort zone? Is that good? Is that good enough? Like, if you're in your comfort zone, but you're uncomfortable doing it, that should count the same. You know.
There's something to that.
Yeah.
There, I rectified a grievous error.
What'd you
And
do?
now it's better. I made sure that Luree and Gary had moderator status because they're frequently here on the show and they're
Ooh la
experienced
la.
moderators. So I got them. I wrenched the F out of them.
Very nice. I can see Hugh.
I see you, Mr. Huge.
Huge. Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Oh, huge. And I was bragging on him earlier. That guy's funny. He's got a great sense of humor. I mean, he
does.
gets the wig and he comes on the show and just has Friday night is screw around night. And it's better for it. Because I don't know about you, man. After the weeks I've been having the last couple weeks, I want to just F off on Friday nights and not take anything seriously. And Luree has been providing a good means for that here of late. So.
Oh, that's
Good.
Good. That's gonna be a laugh off. I have done nothing. Like all the time I normally spend playing music. I don't know. I've just been. I've been not into anything. I've watched in like the last 2 weeks, probably like 30 fucking war movies. I'm just
Really?
like war movie crazy. Yeah.
Well,
And
everybody
then
has their
my
little
my
periods.
little guy just like he's into sport movies. So like.
Yeah.
We've been watching sport movies together.
Oh, that's good stuff. Hanging with the boys is a good time.
Yeah, it's always good.
Yeah, I've been, because of work and everything, I just was jonesing to play. And so whenever I can take a few minutes and play, I'm doing it. And, nice creative period. I'm releasing a song. Pendar did the video for me, or much of the video for me, which it'll be premiere on Hippie Show tomorrow night. And I've got a couple other things in the works, and so I'm hoping to have a reasonably productive summer for me. I told you about that guy that's been pinging me on SoundCloud, and is a New York
Is it
A&R guy.
Max Mosley?
No, I don't know what the hell's that guy's name. Oh, Max Mosley. But anyway, he gets back to me and he goes, "Man, that's cool. I dig your stuff. Let me ask you, can you put out 3, 4 songs a month?" And I went, "Are you effing kidding me? No. A song a month is my max, and I'm not that prolific. I mean, if I could get up to a song a month, I'd feel like a friggin' champion." So I said, "No, bro, No. I said, maybe one. That's how, you see my catalog. I mean, it's a pretty decent catalog for 2 years' time, but, come on, man.
Wait,
But,
we have to recognize Luree wants fried chicken.
Who doesn't?
Always want fried chicken, Luree.
Well, I made myself grilled cheeseburgers topped with sauteed mushrooms
chicken?
and onions and a fried egg, soft yolk on top. That was my dinner, boys and girls. So, I
Nice.
mean, that's a dog paw special.
What
right?
kind of bun?
No bun.
Brioche bun? Oh, no bun?
No bun.
You're bunless?
I'm bunless.
No. I need
No, and that's the thing. I've just cutting down on a lot of the carbs. So, not completely, because I love pasta. I mean, I might as well be Italian as much as I love pasta. So I'm not cutting out carbs completely, but I'm just not eating bread, basically.
Mhm.
And so a hamburger, I don't need the bun.
I gotta have the bun.
the
Unless
thing.
I start eating it and I'm like, ooh, I'm not gonna be able to finish, then it's okay to remove the bun. So if you took it with that approach, I'm just not that hungry, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
skip.
Good night, Michael. I hope PT goes well for you, brother, and I hope you keep getting better.
Don't go to the PT place I first started going, Michael.
Yeah, don't
If
know
you
that place.
walk in and the apparatus he's going to help you with is made out of plywood, leave
Run.
immediately.
Run.
Because that's what happened to me. And then
Yeah,
I
that
had
did.
surgery.
That didn't work. Yeah. Indeed. Well, thanks for everyone being here tonight. We're not going anywhere, but it's cool of you guys to come out. Thanks for hanging during the set there and letting Dom join us. And our guest tonight is
Charlie.
Rise of Dark Leela. We've played a couple of her things. We'll play a couple more here
Oh, cool.
before the night is out. And she knows she was the featured artist, but she goes, I'll be there if I can, but I don't know. She's gigging a lot here lately.
That's nice.
Yeah, she's got a band kind of going on, so I know they're doing some rehearsals, and I think she said they were playing this weekend. They were supposed to play last weekend, but the guitar player got sick, and of course I reminded her all guitar players are sick. You mean he was ill?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, well, yeah.
Why did you put an LOL after that statement, Kurt? What is funny about that? That's wrong that people should even have to pay for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I was quite miffed. So now on my 7th year, I don't get a fucking CAT scan anymore. I get an ultrasound. I'm like, what? It's like, oh, he's not a risk enough to really be certain. So we'll just do this
Yeah.
thing. And it was kind of weird because that like the first time I ever had one, and that like the lube stuff they put on you first, it's really warm. I don't like that.
Warm? You had warm lube?
Yeah. It sounds like I went to a completely different place.
Yeah, I mean,
I now realize.
yeah, that wasn't. Yeah,
and
they
my
didn't-
dominatrix was dressed as a lab tech. I
that's
don't
what
know
it
what
was.
that was.
Yeah.
But
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that was a different place, but because I had that, and the area that I had cancer, and it
Yeah.
was cold lube, and that.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a great experience from start to finish.
well, maybe I was just flushed because there was a woman standing over me with a wand, apparently.
Well,
But no, it was-
I think they do that now because I know that between my wife's first baby and the second baby, hated the cold ultrasound thing, and then the second one they had actually started warming the lube. Now I don't know why I
So
didn't get.
between the first baby and the second baby would be baby 1.5.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in that time period.
Mhm. And even she said to me, well, the CAT scan is still better, and I was like, I know, it's stupid insurance. That's all they'll authorize. I'm like, wouldn't it be cheaper if they just authorized, I don't know, every 3 to 5 years, like a full body scan. Wouldn't that be cheaper than actually the cost
Seemingly,
of surgery?
because you potentially could head off things.
Yeah, you get everything
Yeah.
in the earliest stages where you don't need like major surgery like we had.
Yeah.
And the other thing that got me, because it's, I only go once a year now.
Yeah.
I circled the goddamn parking lot like 4 or 5 times before I found a place to park. It was mobbed. The place was so goddamn mobbed. I'm like, they ain't figured this shit out yet. Ridiculous.
I bet you do.
Don't we all?
Yeah. All
Lube
right.
Fest.
There you go. That's what Lube Fest. Boom, chicka wow wow, chicka wow. Yeah, I'll play 70s porno music.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and Wiggs is
We're
like,
going to
sign
be
me up.
coming out off Chris and I's first merchandising. It's going to be the Chip and Dom Lube Warmer.
Yeah, there you go. Buy yours today.
Mm-hmm.
Has this ever happened to you? Ooh, that lube is too cold. Not anymore. Not with the Dawn and Chip Lube Warmer.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Ironco.
It's so true. If they just gave the most comprehensive test once,
Yeah.
just wipe out all the other stuff. Like even when I had my my spine surgery, which Michael went through, they only authorize an X-ray first. If the X-ray is bad enough, then you go to the next level of test. Just do the fucking test that tells what's wrong.
And then it's like, well, we're worried about cancer. Well, then quit exposing me to radiation multiple times, assholes. Do one scan that sees it all, and let's be done with it. So, yeah. Kay goes in for a CAT scan this next week. And she has to be on steroids right before they do it. So she goes, the tech better not be late. And I'm like, yeah. Yes, dear. I'm not going to put chocolate.
Testing. What a 5 o'clock shadow. Maybe they'll have warm lube and everything will be okay.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
That's just my. So I am running for Surgeon General.
Go, hey, you never know.
Of course, that would make too much sense.
Yeah, and we do not want medical things here in the U.S. to make sense.
God, no.
But, everybody's system, we've got friends all over the world, as you know. Nobody's medical system is good. Some areas of some are better than others, but nobody has a good system. There just isn't one. If there is, I haven't heard of it.
Here's the thing. If the system, whatever system you have, if it's available and the same for everyone, it's probably, despite the service, it's probably a better system than what we have.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I don't know. Well, yes, but if you got to see a
they also
specialist,
have to live in Canada.
Well, and my ex-worship pastor came from Canada.
Cheaper in Florida.
Yes.
No offense against Floridians. But I'll end there eventually. They give you a little punch card, Wendy, right? Oh, it's your 200.
Florida's a nice place to visit.
You get a free colonoscopy.
But I don't do bugs and humidity, so Florida is not where I'm ever going to end up.
Yeah, it took Michael like fucking 3 or 4 months before he came.
Oh, well, and that whole Michael's whole situation was total bullshit. That's where the way the insurance works in the U.S. is where the system fails massively.
You know what? But Michael's not enough of a dick.
That's a big part of the problem. Yeah, squeaky wheels get the grease, and Michael is nice.
He's too nice, probably.
Now, Maria not so much. But you know what? I don't know if she couldn't push Michael or, yeah.
Well, I know what
Maria
my
on your side
problem
is
is.
be good.
As soon as I go to a doctor, like I become like a feeble little child, and whatever they tell me, okay,
Well,
okay.
and that's
like I hate that part of it. You just whatever you say, kind of thing. Yes, some doctors it's when you have a good doctor, it's very important. But yeah, there's a lot of hacks out there.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I'm very blessed that, even though I had cancer all those years ago, I'm super healthy. But when I go see the doctor, I've done my homework and I've got an agenda and we'll talk about various things. And I'm not taking anything that they say as gospel because, again, in the U.S., the drug companies own those guys. And they're always pushing some pill of some sort because they make money off of it. And, the drug companies are in there giving them donuts and vacations and all that kind of stuff. And it's a relationship that's not totally healthy and above board. So if you read, there was a study, and I can't remember where the study was, but this was published in the Daily Mail, which is a UK publication. But most Americans that are on statins shouldn't be, don't need them. And in fact, they can cause a lot of health problems. And, it's one of those things that, do your homework. Don't take as gospel that you need a medication. I mean, obviously, some things you do. I resisted for a while taking medication for gout. But I fought it and it was miserable and I ended up taking it, and it's a cheap medication. It's very safe. I did my homework on it and I've been on it for a couple of years now and haven't had any gout issues. So, some things are good, but not everything is as advertised.
Wendy, my feeling always used to be you're not really sick until a medical professional confirms that you are. So I would not go to a doctor. And if I stayed with the way I've always thought about it, I would be dead. So if it wasn't for my wife who said, I don't care what you do, go get a physical, Well, my wife tells me to do something, which she very rarely does, but I listen,
yes.
Like that gets my full attention, even to the point when the doctor was like, so everything looks okay. Anything else bothering you? And I was like, well, yeah, I kind of see blood when I pee. And he's like, that's not a good thing.
Let's talk about that.
Let's go get a test. And my life irrevocably changed,
Yeah. Well, that's what you got to do. When I noticed things were not exactly the way they should be, and I shared it with my wife, I said, I don't think this is right. And she goes, hey, you're right, big fella. Let's get your ass into the doctor.
Which is probably one of the main reasons men marry. Just because
to keep us alive, keep us from doing
someone
stupid
point me
shit.
in the right goddamn direction,
Yes,
I can make my way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We were. I was talking with my wife tonight. Like I told you. So when I was growing up, I was a big wheel kid.
Yeah,
and there was this dickhead down the block who had a green machine. Remember those?
Yeah.
That you could do burnouts and they do 360s, and the motherfucker would never let me drive it. He was like, no, it's mine. So a couple weeks ago, I'm looking on Amazon. I'm like, they remade the green machine. So I got each of my kids one. And it's been fun watching them. But my wife was like, she was saying like, the relationship of dads and sons, it's really good. I'm like, she's like, I don't think it's the same with mothers and daughters. And I said, if it's not the same, I think the reason is because boys become men, but men are always kind of boys.
Absolutely.
Girls become women and they pretty much stay there.
And that's it.
You know,
yes.
so I think that's
Yeah.
that's the reason.
Guess who had the best time toy shopping and clothes shopping for the littles this last week?
Oh God, I live for that.
God, absolutely. And according to the mama there, I killed it, scored. So I was, surrogate grandpa of the year. I was feeling great about that.
Yeah, you got to see I have a video I have to post. They're made out of steel now, and they got LED and ground effects.
Get out of! You better do a video.
Oh,
man.
they were. It was hysterical. Love watching them. My little guy had a problem getting up the hill, but now he can do it. But
He'll get stronger.
Cool. Yeah. And I just every time I watch him like that, all I do is I was 8 years old. I'm like, he could have just let me try it once.
Funny what motivates us, isn't it?
Mm. My children shall have a green machine. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Hey, wherever you are, guy, up yours.
Yeah, if you're watching, fuck you.
Yeah. Your kids
got
are
2.
stupider and uglier than Dom's, just so you know.
And I think your parents got divorced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
See?
a frog, see? Yeah, I'm taking over. Wow.
Yeah.
So what else is new, Christopher?
Hey, just living the dream. I was
Really?
telling everybody getting ready for, getting geared up for my barbecue next week. Looking forward to that.
The old birthday bash.
Birthday bash, big thing.
Sweet.
Lots of food, lots of meat. Chris slowly getting pleasantly buzzed as he's serving and cooking. And yeah, by the time everybody's ready to go home, I'm ready to go get on Gmaze and go, hey, it's my birthday. Woo! Maybe this one will stay up and there will be evidence.
That's because men are basically pussies, Wendy.
Yeah. Oh, we're giant
Yeah.
babies.
Can you imagine men having to give birth? It would never happen.
Civilization would have ended
Just
millennia
end-
ago.
Yeah, exactly. What's gonna happen? And, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I got to push a baby out my what? No, that's not happening. Yeah.
Funny.
Indeed. Well, and again, it's just situational. Men are plenty tough in some instances.
In some instances, yeah.
And then in others, giant babies. I can't remember, but it was somebody in the community was talking about they had the man flu, which of course is 10 times worse than a normal flu because it's a man. And
yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't get the flu, but if I can remember back 25 years or whatever, the last time I had it, I was miserable and I wanted to die and I was such a baby. Maybe that's why
Actually, when
getting
I don't feel well, I keep to myself and I don't bother anyone.
Go hide in your hole. Yeah.
Like my eldest son is like that too. My youngest son, forget about it. He scratches his finger. He'll roll around the floor. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, well, you wanted to be a mod. Now you're a mod. Get to work, lazy. See, that's how it works. So yeah, tomorrow night will be. I'm looking forward to hanging with Hippie, and then hanging with Lori, and then hanging with Gary, and then going to bed at some point. And then getting up and doing my thing. And spring is sprunging here, and we're gardening, and we're eating strawberries out of the garden, and they're delicious. And lettuce. Oh, we're having the best salads. No tomatoes yet, but.
You know what I was just thinking, Wendy? I don't think I've ever known anyone who's ever had to hide in their bathtub because a tornado was coming.
I did that all the time as a kid because I lived in Oklahoma and Texas and Kansas.
Yeah, but I like Wendy more than you, so I would give her the kudos, not you. You never told me the damn story. We're men. We don't go deep. I don't know. I don't even know where you grew up.
Well,
I know you have long hair, you got one nut, you play bass.
That's right.
That's
the
it's good
important
enough
things.
for me. It's good enough for me. I
Exactly.
could work with that.
No, I was born in Colorado. I'm a Colorado native. But Dad joined the USGS and went to Alaska and some other places, and then started working in the oil business. So I lived every shitty place in the West that dinosaurs died.
Okay.
And then Washington State, California, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma twice, Utah, and back to Colorado in '76. So we chased dead dinosaurs.
Except for my time in the Army, always in New York. Most of my time on Long Island, and now brief time in the city, and now in Westchester.
Yeah, I am. There's only 3 states that I've never been to. I've never been to Alaska, I've never been to Mississippi, and I've never been to Vermont. I've been every other state in the nation.
We'll put that on your tombstone.
Yes, well, you'll have to get a big tombstone.
Big tombstone. I haven't been many places in America, just really the coast and the states around Vegas.
Okay, well, there you go. See, now we know more about each other, but you're right, men don't. Here, let me dump my purse and tell you all about myself. Yeah, we don't do that.
No,
Why should we?
it's not a guy thing.
Let it be a
Men don't-
mystery.
Yeah. Men don't talk because they want to rehash their life. They talk so they don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Yeah, and I missed
Story.
it because I was doing the show, but Jason sent me a special invite, which I said, bro, I'm going to check it out, but I'll be in the middle of the show when it comes on. So, but Jason's good people, talented dude.
Oh, I love storms, Luree. I mean, I don't know about if I love being in them, but
I've been in some really bad ones, so no, not so much anymore. I mean, I'm not
I've
afraid
been
of
in
them, but
yeah, we were in Sandy. I mean, we were in the bad places, but
yeah. Well, Sandy
did
was,
lose power for a week.
yeah. Well,
It was
you and
like
everybody else.
We moved in our house in September, and like within the first month, we had no power. That's also when my eldest son was conceived.
Huh?
Go figure. Had to do something. No cable.
Yeah.
No
That's right.
cable, folks.
What's on cable? Nothing. All right.
Nothing.
What's off you? So yeah, I get it. Now, I've been in some bad. It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow's shit.
Oh well, Jason didn't even know when his own friggin' premiere is. That's hilarious. He told me it was tonight when he emailed me. That's funny. Well, I've certainly done it. I've gotten that wrong before. Okay, well, I'm glad it's tomorrow night. Then I won't miss it. Ha ha. I'll be there and everything.
There's
Oh,
some
that
new
must have been what he was talking about. He was talking about his short today. That's what I missed. Okay.
There's some new Storm Chaser show, and I try to watch it because I love everything about storms or all natural disasters get my attention. But
Yeah.
the shows are so they're so unreal. you
Yeah,
know? To
well.
make them realistic, they're so unreal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's there's nothing real about reality TV, which is amusing as hell, but
Pendar being a total mother. Yes, it's Friday now. Yes, we're all clear now, Pendar.
yeah,
Thank you very
finally.
much.
Well, now I see why he was giving me the short that he was telling me about. So okay, he didn't lie to me. He just confused me, and it doesn't take much.
What was that? A tree fell.
Yeah, Southern she's got storm experience.
I watch. It didn't hit my cousin, but we were camping, and lightning struck within close enough proximity to say I got hit by lightning. Hit the ground near my cousin, and she went flying.
Oh, dude.
It was very cool.
lightning kills between 12 and 15 people in Colorado every year. I have healthy respect for lightning. It killed last week. A rancher was out feeding his cattle, and lightning came down, killed him and 40 of his cows. Just
Really?
that was it. Yeah. No, lightning is no joke, and we're at least a mile closer to it than a lot of other places in the nation. And
Yeah,
up in the
you're
mountains,
basically you're like the lightning rod of America. Let it
Yeah.
hit Colorado first.
tallest places in the continental United States are here in
I
Colorado.
was just talking to this new guy started at my company, and he was at Fort Carson,
Okay. Yep.
and he was talking about we were talking about PT and stuff, and he was like talking about how all the older dudes had a lot of trouble adapting to the oxygen levels there.
What oxygen? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. No, Carson is, it's higher than a mile high. Yeah, it's Colorado
Like
Springs.
I probably could not breathe there right now because I smoke way too much.
You would have a little struggle, but that's why the Olympic Training Center is located in Colorado Springs for that reason. You train at altitude, and your lungs get as efficient as they can be.
Right.
And then you go, downstream, and it's like so much oxygen. I don't know what to do.
Excuse me.
Well,
So,
indeed.
Kurt is an alien.
Well, we
thought
knew
so.
that. It explains a lot, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Possums are like lap dogs for the devil. They are the ugliest looking creature on earth.
They are ugly. They're great animals. I mean, they kill snakes and they eat bugs, and they're fantastic. Possums are cool animals, but they're not much to look at.
No.
No,
Yeah,
not
you
great
want-
in that respect.
You don't want to wake up after a heavy night of drinking next to a possum.
No, no. Like, what did I do last night?
Oh my God.
Can I get you an Uber home, possum?
Sure.
Yeah.
Now I'll just crawl back underneath your deck where I've been living.
Yeah. I have. Now, I haven't seen much of Stanley the snake. Usually, he, I go down the steps and he's at the bottom of the steps, and I have to leap and squeal like a little girl because he surprises me. But I haven't seen much of. I've got snakes that live under my deck, and a mouse this year. Although with the snakes, I don't think the mouse will be around that long. But,
Excuse me.
but of course, yeah. And I don't have to battle the raccoons like we moved them out. Although now it's the damn squirrels. The squirrels are starting to tear the bird feeders down to get at them. And I talk to the squirrel. I talk, the little Dr. Doolittle. I talk to the animals and I say, guys, I'm never going to mess with you. You can eat the birds' food, but don't be jerks. Well, they're starting to be jerks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not good. And I'm going to keep talking to them, but pretty soon I'm going to be talking to them with weapons. 'Cause
One year, a squirrel fell down my chimney
oh my.
and ran into one of the rooms. And I was like, my wife was home pregnant. My mother was doing something. My mother used to live with my sister. My sister called and was like, Mom's driving me crazy. You better get over here. So I go over there. Like, I'm there like 15, 20 minutes. My wife calls me. There's a squirrel in this house. And I'm like, okay, I'll be home soon. I'm just trying to settle my mother. She goes, I don't give a shit about her. You better get home right now. I was like, Ma, I gotta go.
Yeah, like later.
Funny. And
yeah. Well,
finally it
now
tore up
it's
the
funny.
room though. Like I was just like, close the door. So she ran around, she closed the door till I got home. And I was like tying blankets around my leg. I think I had a lacrosse stick and I finally got them out the window.
Yeah, man, you don't want them in your house, and that's. I inspect the house every year to make sure that there's no entry points for them, chimney and other thing, because man, they get in your attic and everything. Man, they chew the wires. And it ain't good.
So in Pennsylvania we have an RV or a trailer, and I guess like raccoons or something bigger was actually clawing at the AC ducts, because they all the plumbing, everything runs underneath the trailer,
Right.
and it has like a fake floor.
Sure.
And it collapsed and it became like a runway. So we got, and it's only like a 400 square foot little, like crash pad, and it was filled, like every drawer, like what the hell's that? So we had to get that fixed.
That's the
always
worst.
fun.
Yeah, that's not good when they. But yeah,
We just glue trapped everywhere, and it was brutal.
Yeah. Well, imagine. Yeah, in Texas, you can step on a rattler really easily, and that's that. There's a snake in my boot, and that's not good.
Hey, old mustard.
Hey, good to see old Mustard here. Welcome. Good to see you on the show.
Yes, we're talking about migrants. That's the topic du jour.
No, but animals, critters. Yeah. And after I moved the whole family of raccoons, then I haven't had any problem because they were teaching each other and never had any problem since. That's the problem with the squirrels. They're smart and they learn and they're fairly long-lived. So they've taught each other how to F with the bird feeders, and that's becoming a problem.
Man, I was smoking outside of my house one morning, and I watched a squirrel fall out of the tree, land on like the fence, like wham, and just get up and take off. I'm like, these dudes are sturdy, man.
They are. They're pretty tough, and they do miss. It's fun to watch them jump in the trees and them to not quite hit that branch, and then get a couple on the way down until they catch themselves. But yeah, they are cute little buggers, but they are super destructive at the same time. I was keeping the bird food out on the back deck in a plastic tub, and they chewed the friggin' tub apart to get at the bird seed. Like, all right, guys, stop. I will share the birdseed with you, but don't be tearing up the toads. Jerks.
I'll be back in a second.
Well, that's fine because I have queued up the next song that we're going to hear from Rise of Dark Leela.
Sweet.
And this song is called Don't Look Back in Anger. And this is an Oasis cover that she did.
It's Oasis. Here we go. This is an anthem if I've ever heard one. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know that you might find a better place to play? You said you've never been, but all the things you've seen slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say, hey, Giggles. Sounds great. This is your voice and guitar. Take me to the place where you go, where nobody knows if it's night or if it's day. But please don't put your life in the hands of a rock and roll band. Throw it all away. So I start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, and she calls you a wanker. I heard you say. I saw you, Smithy. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Get well soon, babes. So slides away, but don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. Heard you say. At least not today.
All right, that was Leela doing a Oasis cover. Very nice. There's another song that I'm looking for, and dadgummit, I'm going to find it here. One of her originals, and it's killer good. And I'm struggling to remember the name of it, but it's kind of a bluesy thing, and I really like it. So I will find that before the night is over. But that is our featured artist, Leela, the Rise of Dark Leela. You might know her as Lou Reality. You might know her as she's gone by a couple of different names over the time. Yeah, but there it is. Love her voice, but especially her giggles just send me. Just they're too. She's giggly, and in a wholesome, giggly kind of way.
Is there a evil giggle?
There can be, yes, or just there
like
is
a cackle.
insipid giggles that
Insipid
are just
giggling.
good. You're like, you're stupid, stop, and that's not that kind of giggle. Yes, yeah, Luree is polite, and let's say hi to Ryan Hall. Good to see you.
Hey, Ryan.
And Watt Life has joined us, so everybody say hi to Watt Life. Make him welcome. I don't know if they're in your
Hola.
chat or my chat. We're in my chat tonight because we knew you weren't going to be here until later. I guffaw in public. I've never giggled in public.
I don't giggle.
I giggle privately.
I tee.
Ah. Well, there we go. See, we're learning things about one another tonight. In every way. I wonder, did Hugh go to bed? Hopefully. I haven't seen Hugh in the chat for a while, but yeah, hopefully he's snoring and actually getting 3 hours of sleep.
It's good, all right.
Ryan would be perfect for Country Fest. He's been doing some Mean John Prine covers, and I don't know if he's set up for playing live, but if you're not, you got friends there in the Nashville area. Get set up because I'd love to see you on
I
Country
know
Fest.
what I would play if I was going to do Country Fest.
Good deal. Yeah, I kind of sketched it up, and I mean, I've already got a set and a half.
Yeah.
It's, for me.
country songs are by far of my covers my biggest.
Yeah. Well, you got a
the,
ton.
the biggest thing. But I don't have many of my own that are country, except like that 4th of July song is probably like the first all country kind of song I've written.
Yeah. Well, I've got probably have 2, if not 3, original country songs for this thing. So, yay! Yay, Country Fest! And again, I was a hair metal guy in the '80s, but I went to college in a little town in southern Colorado, Durango, and country music was big down there, and I was the only bass player for miles around. So I played every gig. So I played a lot of country.
Star Trek reference.
Uh-oh.
I just saw on Facebook. Have you seen it? Like dog pot. It's like a sweatsuit that looks exactly like the Next Generation uniform, and it's like, I think I have to get this, and I'm like, I don't really need this, and I'm like, but I really want it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hate that.
Yeah. That add to cart moment. Yeah, and answer to your question, 1 or 2, maybe. You got to figure with if you're a betting person and it's one of my songs, if it features whiskey or scarring, odds are pretty good. It's that's the topic. You got a better than even chance of getting that.
Well, Christmas whiskey. It's not a country song.
No, it is not. No,
and there's whiskey in it.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
I just said my songs in general.
A lot of your songs. That's the way kind of like I like what Michael did. He still played his own songs, and he just tried to genre specific them. So that's a fun thing to do.
Because, no, I thought that was cool.
And you definitely have a bunch of songs that could be presented in many
countryfied, more than they are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it probably wouldn't take that much. Dogpaw said, Luree, that he was too adult for that. So, just so you know.
Oh, that sounds terrible, Dogpaw.
Well, I mean, like I said, I could care less. I know the audience, and they're not adults.
No.
They're grown-ass people, but they're not adults. Know your audience. Luree knows her audience. That's right. You could have had meat poisoning, man. Could have had the meat sweats.
Dogpaw can't be here. He's had some mad cow disease.
Yeah, Camilla had it earlier. I don't have it handy, but I bet we can find it. One of my awesome mods.
Why don't you just make her a mod? How is Wendy not a mod? Is she?
Because I'm slow. What do you want?
Come on, dude. Fix that shit.
Fine. Just fine.
And then you say, there, do it yourself.
Wait for it. There, do it yourself.
Empowerment. There's empowerment, people.
That's management, delegation, and accountability.
It's great. I don't even have YouTube
now it's on you.
open.
Yeah. You're like, fuck it. Yeah, indeed. So what are your big plans this weekend, my friend?
So my wife has big plans. So she's going out with her girlfriends tomorrow. night she has my niece's bridal shower is Saturday. So I am picking my kids up early from school and we're going to Pennsylvania, a little boys' weekend. And then we'll come home Sunday, I guess, for Father's Day. And he has one of them has a soccer game. So we're just going to go up for Friday and Saturday and chill out.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Little boy time.
Little boy time. Watch some movies Mom wouldn't let us watch. Got some snacks. So we'll go out for ice cream. You know, all that good stuff.
That sounds like a hell of a good time.
Yeah, it's always fun. I like hanging out with them. Got a couple new board games.
Nice. I don't even have any clue what we're doing this weekend. I don't think we have any plans.
Oh, yeah, Dog Paw. I am, it's one of my favorite stories. My wife hates the story, but I love it so much because I joke around about it all the time. My wife is saying, like, won't it be great to see, when our kids have their own kids and we become grandparents? And I'm like, they're going to have to knock someone up in junior high school if I'm going to see their fucking kids, And like, and she gets so mad at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you married someone older than you, But anyway, one time I was taking them for a haircut and the barber was like, turned to me and said, boy, your grandchildren are so polite. And both my kids broke out laugh. They were just howling like, that's our dad. And he was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, it's quite all right, man. Yeah, I'm 56 and I have an 8-year-old. Oh, he's 9. He just turned 9. So, yeah.
And I'm 6 years older than Dom, and my baby is 33.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's my life, Dog Paw.
That's all bad. I mean, that was a great age. When my boys were that age, I actually liked them.
Oh, no, we have a lot of fun. We do. I have a lot of fun with my kids. We're like very tight. We're like
That's
super tight right now. And it's like,
That's
I'm
good.
trying to soak up every moment because I know in like 3 or 4 more years, they're both going to hate me. But that's just the way.
Yeah, it's not even hate. It's just like, yeah, gotta.
Well, you
gotta
wanna
test
be
the
man,
old
you gotta
lion.
kill the man.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
That's the way it works, That's the circle of life.
Tale as old as time, Beauty and the Beast. See, that's where we need Lady Campion for a Disney song.
Kurt, I just want to say anything you say in YouTube can be held against you in a court of law. So
Yeah, Ixnay on the pull-out say.
exactly. Hey, what's going on, Will? Oh, man, Will, I don't say I had energy, dude, man. That's why I nap. I come home from work. I try to get home. My mother-in-law picks up my kids. I try to get home like right after because all she does is feed them fucking candy and shit. Ugh. And as soon as I come home, like, guys, you can have a half an hour. I'm taking a nap. I survive purely on naps,
Well, got to do what you got to do.
And both my kids, like, Dad will do a lot with us. Don't ask him to sit on the floor. that's my weakness. I may never get up. Shit starts falling asleep. My legs start spasming. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing?
There he is, the man of the hour. We've been talking about Metal Fest all night long, and I went ahead and played my set tonight just to get it out of the way. But you were great on that show. That whole show was kick-ass top to bottom. Thank you so much for doing it with G-May. That really worked out
Really
well.
good.
Yeah, hope in a year or two you guys team up and do it again. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it's a shame, Will. Your daughter's actually too young for me to try and introduce my youngest to her. So bummer. I gotta get that boy with somebody here at some point. His business is starting to take off, so in a couple years he'll actually have some money, and he'll want to know what to do with himself. And it's like,
but that is the way they do it now.
I know it. I know it.
Like my wife, all her girlfriends, none of them married until they were in their mid-30s. I think my wife was 36 when we met. That's there. Everyone just focused on get my me down. Which has its advantages because we don't have any struggles.
Yeah.
The only negative was, I think, I remember. So when we got married, I was like, I hope you realize now that you say I do, it's over because we got to get right to work. So there was no like, it would have been nice if we had like some time to do things, but
I totally get that. I mean, we had kids literally from the get-go, and so now we're having the time of our lives because they're grown and gone, and so now we're having the good times.
By the time I am able to experience empty nest syndrome, I will have a nurse. Which my wife says, I'll get you a really hot nurse because I'm traveling.
There you go. That seems fair.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there you go. For a real job in the real world. Well, good luck to her. She's going to find out this adulting sucks.
Yeah, it's a big letdown.
Yeah, it's nothing like you. And I want to grow up and do adult things. And then you do it and you go, I want to just be a kid again. This blows.
Yeah. I blew my kid's mind the other day. I forget what the hell he was. Now he wants to be a professional gamer.
Okay.
So I actually sat down with him. I'm like, you want to do it? Listen, I don't want to crush anyone's dreams. Do whatever you want, no matter even what I say. But let's look at the things involved in doing so, And I was like, just get away from playing games to like all the other kind of things. And finally I was like, no one says you can't do what you love to do, but here is the problem we're having. You don't do what you love to do in lieu of everything else.
Right.
You do it basically, if you have something you really love to do, it means you have to work harder at everything else just to have time to do it. So until you fucking clean your room,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's well, and I mean, there are professional gamers. It's legit. Although it's interesting that because the reaction time and everything, they actually have a lot less of career than pro athletes.
And I heard like an NFL player is like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's on average. An NFL guy. And the gamers, man, they got maybe 2-3 years at most. I mean, some guys can play sports for a decade and a half, but yeah, it's interesting. So,
no, excuse me, I have to correct John Wiggs. We do not sell the lube.
No,
we sell the Chip and Dom lube warming machine.
Yes, yeah, we sell. Yeah,
yeah,
lube sold separately.
Lube sold separately. It doesn't even come in the package.
Nope.
Nor batteries.
We don't even have samples. Nope. We just the warmer. Because no one should have cold lube.
No.
That is a real boner killer.
When I'm president.
Oh, Lord. Are you running?
Yeah. Once my, what's that guy? The health guy. I was going to do that before.
Oh, yeah. You were going to be,
what is that stupid title?
Surgeon General.
Surgeon General. There you go.
Surgeon General, and then just move up.
Hey, I have a great idea. Let's make the words bigger on a pack of cigarettes. Let's not actually fight tobacco companies. Let's just make the words bigger. And I got a great idea. Let's charge the people who this is killing. Let's tax them so fucking much.
Yes.
Because if they're dumb enough to smoke, they're dumb enough to pay us like 3 times the price.
Yeah. Because let's face it, they're addicted. They're going to buy it.
Exactly.
They don't have a choice.
That's all it is. It's all a big fucking. They don't want anyone to stop at anything.
No. Never have, never will. Yep.
That's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get here, Dog Paw.
Yeah,
Brady Bunch and Lube Jones.
Dude, you've been to the show since we started doing it. What did you expect we were suddenly going to start doing Shakespeare?
No, at some point we usually start talking about meat. That's when he gets all jazzed up. And
Yeah, that's right. At some,
We
yeah,
haven't
he's still
talked
waiting.
about- we haven't
about
talked
meat.
about a steak yet.
I want meat. Sorry, hippie.
So we can tell how he butchers his own.
Hippie's in. Yeah, God damn it. Dogpaw is into meat. Well, hippie is too, but not like. I mean, he's just doing it for health, and he likes it. He's not a zealot. Dogpaw is veering into that zealotry area. Whatever. We don't
That's
judge.
cool. Ryan's son teaches English in Japan. I mean, that is a great gig for someone young, you know?
Oh, fantastic. Well, I had a good buddy from college who spoke Japanese about as well as a Western person could. And he was over in Japan, did teaching, worked for some corporations and everything. And he finally left. And I talked to him when he got back to Denver a couple of years after he was out. And I said, now, what's up with that? You loved it. He goes, I love the culture and everything. He said, but just call it what it is. If you're a white guy, I understand what racism is now in a way that I couldn't before. And he said, the Japanese like the Japanese, and they don't like anybody else. And,
I think that's how everybody is, except most people just don't admit it.
I think that there's certainly an element of that to all of us. The Japanese are like, we don't care. This is our culture, and this is what we do. And
I think that's great, personally.
Yeah, well, he had a good
but
time
they
doing
also, that doesn't mean they dislike. They just keep to their own. That's right.
Yeah, well, that's what they do over there, apparently.
You notice, though, Wendy,
wigs.
we threw a lot of material out there for. Now, if
Yes.
Wendy was talking about warm lube and meat, John Wiggs would have been all over that. But
Exactly.
Chris and I are talking about it, and he's just being silent. I ain't drunk enough yet.
Yeah, it's that. I gotta have 7 or 8 more White Claws before I do that. Which DJ will appreciate this. They, I don't know if you watch the Spitting Chicklets podcast, but they had the Edmonton Oiler gal who flashed her boobs during the game. And yeah, she said she have 8 drinks of some kind, and just seemed like a good idea. And we learned that her boobs are in fact fake. And so I just wrote in the comments, I said, don't meet your heroes.
So
It was a letdown.
Dog Paw says that Japanese is rightly recognized as the most racist society on this planet, and also the only society that's ever had 2 nuclear bombs dropped on their country. So I'll give them a pass.
Oh, that's there.
I would kind of
Both things can be true.
I would kind of hate people too.
Yeah, they kind of did before. It was the first thing that kind of brought on the second thing, if we're, look at our
Possibly.
history. And I'd make popcorn.
Yeah.
Love it. I mean, fake boobs are fine, but it just, I think it probably busted some people's bubbles. Pardon the pun. Wow, I see. I knew you'd know all about the whole thing there, DJ, which is why I just kind of fed you that one.
Is DJ young enough where you can care?
I
don't know,
assume
is he
so.
over?
Yeah. Well, I mean, more he's an Edmonton Oiler guy, so that's the big part of this.
Oh, you going to hockey?
Yeah, that whole thing was strictly for the hockey guys. Me, Hubs, and DJ really enjoyed it. The rest of you guys, yeah, sorry.
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where are you from, John Wiggs?
I know the answer to this.
Where?
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri.
Missouri.
Where's that?
And John, don't show me.
It's that way, right?
Please don't show me. Yeah, west of you and south.
I'm with hippie. I am not you can age gracefully. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because this is what you're getting, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I wish I could be one of those guys that look like me and look at a woman and go, oh, she's not hot enough, but,
Yeah.
I'm kind of introspective and go, yeah, neither are you, pal. So.
Indeed.
Yeah, they I would say they don't matter to me. It's the other thing. I'm all about the other thing.
The other thing. Hey. Boobs are nice.
Boobs are great.
Size.
They're all good. They're all good. They're all great.
Good. All good.
Boobs.
Yep. I approve that message.
That should be our shirt. Chip and Don. Boobs.
You like boobs? Chip and Don. See how we do. I'm going to play. I'm not going to play music. I'm going to play a fun thing. Because I was in the drive-through. I got to find the right thing. I was in the drive-through at the bank. And this guy yells across and he goes, hey, man. I'm like, hi. He goes, man, I don't take this the wrong way. I mean this total respect. But dude, you totally look like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I went, okay, great, thank you. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, not totally,
A little bit.
but
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get this I used to get this all the time. I look like
you kind of look like him. You kind of look like the dude from Poison. You kind of look like him. You look like the lead singer from Motley Crue.
oh God,
you look like any older guy with long blonde hair. You all look the same.
The one video I did with Hugh Caldwell when we covered Green Manalishi, I so channeled fat Vince Neil in that thing. I look at that and go, son of a bitch. That was, yeah, that was, I channeled fat Vince Neil on that one. But yeah, I mean, I used to dress up as the dude on Halloween, and that, until nobody watches that movie anymore. Nobody gets the reference, which bums me out. Great movie, but
very good movie.
But yeah, it was a little weird for the guy to just yell across the thing. Oh, so yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that. Little dog.
You take pictures of yourself?
Yes.
That's weird.
Well, I have to, because you got to put your face on certain things. So yes, I have a few pictures of myself.
Yeah.
I bet you have pictures of yourself somewhere.
No.
You lying sack of shit. Do you want me to play the promo?
No. I did that because you told me to. That's all.
Is that the way you remember it?
Yeah, that's 100% the way I remember it.
Okay.
That's the only truth
I'll
ever
let
know.
you have it.
Push it down, Dom. Push it down.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness gracious. Here we are on the Boob Show. Featuring Chip and Don.
Chip and Don, the Boob Show. I bet we move up in the algorithm if we called it that.
So am I a selfie guy? No, I am not a selfie guy. I set up the tripod if I have to take a picture of myself, or I make my wife do it, or when the kids are around, they used to do it. But no, I'm not a selfie guy.
Have you ever made duck lips, Chris? Come on, tell us. Have you ever done duck lips?
No, because I'm not sure how. I know that that's a thing. What are duck lips exactly? Is it
something like that? Yeah.
Okay, so no is the answer.
It's about as attractive as.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah,
yeah.
Like
anytime
like
I see a
fish
picture like
lips.
that, all it makes me want to do is like you want to take their head and just push it against like a window so they stick, and they're stuck that way.
Yeah,
that's what I like those little suction cups.
That's right. Yeah, get out of this one.
Just in case, I don't think women do that for men, but if they do, I think we all laugh at it.
It's not a good look. I'm sorry.
Not a good look. You look a little weird.
Hey, Not Visible. How are you, man? Yeah, not great.
Oh, you kidding me?
There are worse looking boobs than us.
There are worse, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying we're great, but there are worse looking ones. Let's be fair. I mean, look at this. Look at Dom over there. You only need 4 or 5 drinks to think, it's okay.
You may say that now because it's only 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I bet your opinion will change.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. An hour from now, at last call, Dom and I are a lot better looking.
Exactly.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to have to get out of here in a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to find that damn Leela song that I want to play because I really like it. And we'll play that, and then we will say...
I don't know what that means, Wendy. You have another what? I'm so confused.
Yes, don't confuse Dom. It's late. He's tired.
Actually, I'm not. That's
well.
And that's even worse. Because I still have to go to work.
Oh, that sucks. I think this is the one. So I think I found the one that I wanted to play of our featured artists. So what I think we will do is say thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. It's always great to hang out with you guys and just shoot the bull. Thank you for indulging me on my Metal Fest set. I feel released that I got an opportunity to do that.
Nope.
And got a chance to chat with my buddy Dom. And again, going forward this summer when Dom is unavailable, we'll have some other folks coming up and co-host in a little bit. And we'll continue to have fun chats and look what's happening in the community and what you guys are all up to, because we watch you and you watch us and then we watch you back because we're always watching too.
Oh, that sounds so creepy.
Yeah, well, it is, because it is.
We're watching you.
Yeah, we're watching
We're watching you.
But hey, watch Hippie tomorrow night. Starting at 2 p.m.
I watched Wendy last week. Was it last week? Oh, she was pissed off about something. She came on and she was like talking some shit.
Interesting.
She didn't really go into detail.
I didn't get the feed. I didn't get the notice.
Pissed off at someone.
Well, so
I thought
watch.
it was kind of cool.
Watch Wendy when she gets angry. Watch Luree, and then watch Gary Hubbs, and that's your Friday night. Many independent too. Sorry about that. So those are all the Friday things going on. That I'm aware of. There may be some others.
And
Fridays.
Hippie Need Songs for Sunday sponsors.
Oh, yeah, I got to
Email
send
Hippie with
it.
your songs.
Yeah, I finally got my head out of my rear and sponsored for this month. I've been meaning to do it since, and then I looked at the calendar and went, it's June, dummy. Get sponsored. So I did that. So yay. All right, folks, we're going to go out. This is one of Leela's. This is a bluesy kind of number, and I hope this is the song. I heard her perform it live, and I really dug it. I think this is the song, but again, I like all of her stuff. So this is Rise of Dark Leela. Give me a break, and we will see you, folks,
Night, y'all.
next week. Have a great one.